bowl the right length, so can't do either. Perfect.
Sri Lanka had a bit of trouble finishing off against India in Perth. Remember, they had a big partnership at the end. They got into a very good position, Sri Lanka. Looked like they had a real chance in the match. And then it was Ashwin and Jadeja just coasted home.
They had some coasting to do though, chaps, didn't they? That's a half chance taken well. Is it a successful one? Lasith bolting in from mid-on.
I think Gambhir did not think Lasith would throw. I think Gambhir was oddly lazy about the last metre. I think he was sent back in enough time here by Dhoni. Oh, yes. Dhoni will have to blame himself, but I don't think Gambhir realised the extent of the danger. What a wicket that is, what a time, and again Gambhir is short of 100, out in the 90s. It beggars belief, run out at the non-striker's end. 91, India 5 for 178, still need 59 to win it.
Comes with tonight. He's taken. Jayawardene placed himself at cover and he gets the wicket of Jadeja.
Oh, Jayawardene's got such good hands. He catches them anywhere. Millions of catches close to the wicket off Murali. Millions of catches in that mid-wicket or extra cover region. And another belter when it's most needed. Excellent cricket from the Sri Lankan captain. Jadeja wasn't sure the ball had carried, but there was no doubt in the umpire's mind nor in the mind of Mahela Jayawardene. Just 3 to Jadeja.
Great length, 2 for 30 now. Perfect, straight, but how comfortable is Ashwin right from the word go? It's just a single. Dhoni waves him away. 2 men have joined me in the commentary box. Tony Greig and Michael Slater.
Yes, Heels. We're in for another exciting finish. The last couple of games have been outstanding, and this is no different. 52 from 38 as we look at Jadeja hitting that one low to the right of Jayawardene, and he has safe hands.
Yes, he certainly has. Fantastic cricketer, no doubt about the catch at all. That's well fielded. The interesting thing is going to be see what Dhoni does when it comes to crunch hour. Will he once again go for a huge hit? Will he leave it right until the last over, which seems to be his way? He's so confident.
Crunch over, isn't it? Is he going to go before the last over tonight?
I don't think he wants to leave it as late as the other, but surely. He's watchful. He was comfortable to let it drift out to 9 runs and over required, and they're at certain stages. So can he hit out?
Well, is Jayawardene already deciding who's his best last over bowler?
Oh, that's a bit of a gift, but he gets away with it. Full toss on leg stump, straight to fine leg, just the one.
Hard to go past Malinga, I reckon. He's got 3 overs to go. There's 3 overs left from the end he's bowling from right now. He might bowl 2 spells here.
Yeah, that's an option. The other thing is that he might be thinking, right, if I get him to bowl 3 overs now, we may be able to get them nailed down to more than 9 and over, perhaps 11, more.
Fine leg is busy again. Lasith.
Needs to be almost a full toss.
Just no panic about him. That's the amazing thing. Dhoni's body language never changes. We've seen it right through the summer. He's having a chat now to Ashwin. I'd love to know what he's saying. It's probably to do with the shape of the delivery and what Malinga's trying to do with the ball.
I think that is exactly what he was saying. Swinging in, reverse swing at the moment, and obviously he's be careful of the Yorker.
Ashwin is a tall man, and he plays some nice strikes just like that. They're coming back for two.
How cleanly is he striking it? No one is.
And he's always coming out with the right shot to the right ball. Looking for the single, so the two is nullified in a way. It gets back to being taken away with a dot ball.
Very handy contributions. Failure first up. That's the end of a one-dayer. 30 not against Sri Lanka. Now he's 4 from 4.
Gave himself room, so another dot ball. Good finish, Malinga. Bang on target. 5 overs to go and 46 to win. Change of bat, he's going for the big slogging number. And I don't know why he's playing shots with 2 bats in his hand. Maybe just to make that feel lighter. That's probably the technique used. But he wants the big baby out there.
Well, that was the signal for it. Called for the heavy bat. He did exactly the same thing the other night against Australia. At around about this time, might have even been just a little later actually. He calls for the big heavy one, and right, that'll do.
That's interesting, holding the 2 bats. It's double the weight. And when you get rid of one, all of a sudden the heavier bat feels a little bit lighter. I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing. 6 for 191. And Dhoni with the heavy number. He's ready to go. It's like changing your car to the Ferrari heels.
Not sure about that, Mick, but he's kept Pereira waiting. He's 9th over. He's got 2 for 32.
Swing and a miss. So there, the Yorker. Tony Gregg mentioned it. You cannot smash it if they're...
We see to this one, he's batting deep inside his crease. His front foot is only on the popping crease. So Pereira's got to be right up there. And he's decided to be wide too with that one, which limits the numbers of areas of the ground that he can play to.
There's a bit more of a backlift creeping in here. He's starting to lift the bat up a bit more.
Oh, and he launches. The big baby works. There's 6. And 6 of the best.
Oh, beautiful shot. He didn't really try and force it, did he? It came right out of the middle of the bat. Timing was perfect. Have a look at this.
It is supreme hitting. Dead straight. And with a minimal of fuss. The fact that he changed his bat, he knew he wanted to start hitting out a little bit, not manipulating, and he's away. It's something that he needed to achieve, and he's done it earlier this evening than 2 nights ago. But the run rate required is still 8.66.
Just so quick to pounce on anything that's not a Yorker. Pereira is feeling more nervous than he was last over.
And that's how he practices in the nets. Have you witnessed that session, Heels? Where he'll just use technique, block, nurdle it round. And then Ashwin can launch into it. He's got the example at the other end, and Ashwin goes over extra cover.
Playing inside out, anything that gives him a little bit of width outside off stump. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, he tracked that right onto the bat, did Ashwin, and that's why he was able to hit it so well. But just getting back to Dhoni, and then he'll say to the bowlers, bowl them anywhere, block hole, and I'll try and launch.
Yeah, I've never witnessed it. I've just heard about it. That's exactly right. And he launches very well at practice even. Smashes windows in pavilions. It's just 93 metres. Right when they needed it. So 35 of 26.
It's setting up for Dhoni to be the superstar again. But it'll have a nice contribution. Ashwin chipping in, just the single. Good dive from Harath. And 34 from 25 now.
Yeah, out of the back of the hand, almost a little leggy, little toppy. It's well fielded. Sangakkara, Harath there getting a left hand to it.
Well, once again, how handy has Ashwin been for Dhoni? Taking a little bit of pressure off him. It's 19, the partnership, and he scored more than half of it.
Well, Sri Lanka need an error from Dhoni. Because he was able to hit the 6 at the start of the over, he's content with the singles. That's 13 from it. 6 for 204. Well, we're set for the last 4 overs, and Dhoni is in control. Sri Lanka, they need that over, a wicket, a maiden, unlikely a maiden for Malinga out of boundary. Here he goes. Is he warmed up? Not too bad. Single, long on, long off in place. Dhoni will back himself to out-hit those fieldsmen, but not on the opening delivery. Just one.
Yeah, well, they've got a fieldsman back now on the offside as well, both mid-off and a sweeper on the offside, so that good shot that we see Ashwin play over the offside is partially blocked, but still it's got to be Yorkers. It's got to be right up there, and he's inclined to angle it into the right-hander.
Ashwin now. Just working it. Dhoni has had that little chat. We'll just keep working it round. And maybe it's because that run rate is below 9. He was talking about 9 being a comfortable run rate required for them into the last over 2 nights ago. And Dhoni back on strike. 44 not out against the Aussies and 43 not against Sri Lanka. To the fieldsman, dot ball, handy for Sri Lanka.
Very, very handy. That's what they need. Just a few of those. It makes a big difference at this stage. Just builds a bit of pressure on the batsman. So Dhoni still on strike on 43.
Definitely pressure, but the ball before, Ashwin must have been close to his stumps. He's way back as well. Now Dhoni.
All work for Chandimal. Deep point, Ashwin was pushing for the coming from the non-strikers. You're getting a bit of a head start. That's been playing the shot. It takes a while to get going. So Ashwin was ready for the second.
Well, it was Dhoni putting some pressure on the fieldman on the boundary there. He was he touched down and came back a metre or two.
Watch where Ashwin's standing. Bowler's got to be aware of it.
Nicely played into the gap. Right before. Maybe 2. And over 5,000 in today to witness the match. And haven't the crowds been lucky? The viewers at home watching on Gem as well. It's another tight one. Down to the wire we go.
I think Ashwin's doing this to handle the slower ball. He's obviously worked on a strategy for the slower ball, which so many players have a problem with, especially lower order batsmen.
The heave home, but it's a slower ball. Good deception. Good start to the over. Right up there.
That's another balancing act the Sri Lankan fielders have got to play when Dhoni is on strike. The mid-on and mid-off that are back deep, they're 10 metres inside the rope so that they prevent him getting a 2. But then they risk something just lobbing over their heads.
Well, actually nearly cost the skipper some runs.
It was a lucky pinball. Went the right way into a gap. Now it's Ashwin. Mid-off comes up and fine leg. That short fine leg has gone back. for that leg side whip he's got.
There's a lot of talking going on between the batsmen. Dhoni's spending a lot of time walking up, giving advice, encouragement to Ashwin. There we go, he'll kiss the ball right there. Straight up in the air, this should be out. It's got to be out. Sangakkara wants it, he owns it, and drops it. Oh, he ran to take that catch, as keepers often do. He told the fieldsman, it's mine.
He called for it. He called for it more than a few times. Had a look at the fieldsman there. Then he just didn't quite get there, did he? He didn't have it covered. He had to stretch. Oh, fingertips.
It took some catching. It was a stuttering effort, though. I looked down at the mates, decided they weren't going for it. It's mine. Then didn't quite go far enough. How important is that going to be?
Well, it cost them 2 runs. Ashwin's still going to swing. He's still going to go. There's a good slow ball. Frustration from Malinga. He controlled himself. He probably wanted to come in and bowl a big bouncer here. Heels, you're the keeper. You would have called for it?
Yes, he had to go, but he was worried. He was worried from an early stage in that. Once he saw Dilshan remove himself, then he was on his heels and he wasn't getting under it confidently at all. And there would have been an element of hope at the last minute. It didn't come good for him.
There were fieldsmen all around that. They were having to bail out. And this should be out. That should be a dolly. Is a dolly. So it doesn't hurt India, Sri Lanka, I should say, too much. Cost them 2 runs, but 2 balls later, they get their man.
Certainly brought a smile to the face of Sangakkara. And again, a little off-cutter there. And just pops it up on the offside. And so a big wicket, that one.
And there have been 2 slow balls. And he whips it in there. It's all happening out in the middle. There was a chance of a run out, but Malinga is a fantastic death bowler.
A chance of an inside edge, maybe. I don't know whether the umpire worried about the LBW shout. Oh, very close and well worth the shout. The umpire just gets out of the way. He's not out and moves on. Pitched outside leg.
Yeah, pitched outside leg, probably missing leg as well. But Malinga was always going to be excited. The 1 ball remaining in this over, and then Malinga will bowl the final. The final over as well, so just 1. 48 gone.
They've got Patan on strike.
And he gets a wide. It has to be a wide. That's a bonus. It's got away from him. He was trying to bowl that full Yorker. But radar slightly wrong, only slightly wrong.
I reckon it was a ball that looked worse than it was. With the angle, it only passed over the back edge of the guideline. Probably not a wide that, so can they recover? 23 from 12.
Well, it could have been scorched through the covers before, couldn't it? It was that low full toss. And there's another full toss. Is this one falling short of cover? So another near catching opportunity, another near.
He tries to pitch it up. It'll be pitching just outside leg stump.
It's a swing and a miss, so that's a good sign for Sri Lanka. Dhoni has wound up and swung himself almost off his feet.
Yeah, well, there we are. That one pitching just outside off stump. It was there to hit. He's going for an onside 6.
Yeah, a different area. He's tried to drag that more square rather than down the ground. So Dhoni, is he clear in his area of hitting? You'd have to say he is. As he hits that very firmly to the man out of deep cover. Just the 1. Sri Lanka are going well.
2 good balls to follow up 2 wobbly ones. That's for sure. So 9 balls, only halfway through the over. 21 off 9. These 3 balls. Can they pin Irfan Pathan at the striker's end? Sangakkara was motioning to the thrower. Get the throw in. They're all edgy. They are all edgy, and I'm sure even the outfielders are nervous.
So important they get the points in this match. From their point of view, they've been beaten twice. Just to get a victory under their belts will make a huge difference to them. They know it.
Dead right. Totally. They need a win here. Oh, the big full toss, and that's 6. That's a game changer. And it's a no ball as well, so there'll be the free hit. Dear oh dear. Angelo Matthews, he bowled 2 fullies to start the over. The first one a wide, and this, an absolute gift. 14 from 9 all of a sudden.
14 of 9.
They should win now, India. That's how big that shot was. Slow ball. And there's a mix-up. There should be a run out. He's running. And he hits the stumps. The pressure was on Matthews. Big mix-up. Dhoni kept going, and I think Irfan Pathan did the right thing. He sacrificed himself instead of the skipper.
Yes, and it creates yet another problem. It's now 8 down, so they've got to think wickets. So, he should have just run. He should have run. His captain was coming. And Matthews, he panicked for a second. He had to get a bit closer, didn't he?
I don't think he ever didn't panic. Irfan Pathan, good cricket. Allow this
Wicket to Dhoni.
Slickish all sorts this over so far. There's another full toss, and that'll be 4. You cannot keep bowling full tosses. It's a pretty ordinary over. Angelo Matthews, he's got a delivery left as well. 14 from it so far.
Yeah, I've got to say that Dhoni will be looking at mid-wicket. I mean, there's a huge gap there. He'll take anything outside off stump. I'm not too sure that bowling from around the wicket's a good idea to Dhoni. Oh, look at this. I mean, he just short-arm jabs it into the gap. They've got to get square leg into close up that gap a bit.
That's 50 to Dhoni. Brilliant batting. Once again, 10 from 7. 44 not out 2 nights ago. Half century. And keeps the strike. He's smart as well, so he will be batting at the outset in their 50th over. Malinga, though, you know that he's going to be on target.
Suresh Raina there. 8 to tie from 6 balls, 9 to win. Will he take it, or is he going to gear up for the 6?
A lot of nodding going on there on the part of Vinay Kumar. I think the captain's saying, you just leave this to me. Run when I say run. We're going for 2s or 4s. And if you happen to get down the strike, they'll have another team talking and say, no matter what happens, you run. It's just all up to Dhoni now.
One of the world's best, 2 of the world's best, opposing each other.
Yeah, maybe both.
Yadav, the number 11, is sitting there waiting. He might still have to get out into the centre. He might have a couple to get off 1 ball.
9 from 6, Malinga. He loves bowling these, the Yorkers, and not put them away. So they'll come back for 2. Just gets there. 7 from 5.
Yeah, I think that's what he said. We're going for 2 no matter what.
This is probably the first half chance that Sri Lanka haven't taken. Malinga's got to be really careful behind the stumps here and take the ball and get it onto the bails as quickly as possible.
The boundary's the killer. Cannot afford a boundary for the next, well, for the remainder of the over. But here will break the game. Malinga has got to keep it up. Dhoni, unruffled again. It's quite a sight. That is very good bowling. So only 1, 6 off 4.
Oh, there'll be a couple more twists there, I reckon. That is good bowling, really good bowling. You see what pressure can do to lots of players, but Malinga's holding it together so far.
Right, well, this is his big chance now. I just wonder what the captain of Sri Lanka, Mahela, is going to do here, because he really needs somehow to stop the single. A Yorker in at the toes of the batsmen. I think Dhoni's probably saying we're going to run no matter what. Again, there's a possibility. This is rather like the other night. We said the same thing there.
It is exactly the same. The only difference is this is the third ball of the final over. Dhoni was on strike. This was the ball that went down the ground for 6. But 54 from 67. He's got to get himself back up there. Vinay Kumar just bat on ball.
And Malinga better follow through, because he might have to be the one who picks it up and runs Dhoni out.
Yep, there could be a half chance run out. They need to be good. Sangakkara has to get to his stumps. Maybe the short mid-wicket or the short cover, whatever side the ball goes from the bat, need to get into the bowler's stumps. People have to back that up. Your job is never finished here.
Gee, we're giving some advice there.
They want a wicket.
Slow ball, and they are running. There is a chance of a run out. Blocked by the batsman, but unintentional.
Yeah, well, there we are. He's got it right. Just get bat on ball and run. That was no doubt the instruction from Dhoni. Now it's over to the captain. There we are. Very well played. And well, there's nothing you can do about that. So here we go. Now we've got 5 to get off 3, and Dhoni on strike. Will he finish this with one shot?
He'd love to. Down the ground or to cow corner into the chapel stand. That's probably his target. He needs the length though. If it's a Yorker, at best, 1. Straight to mid-wicket. And he's gone! Brilliant fielding! Oh no, he's dropped it. I thought he was gone. 4 off 2.
Yeah, well, you'll see it here. It was a beautifully thrown by Mahela, bounced up perfectly. All he had to do was gather it and take the bails off. Well, it hit the hard part of his hand. It was gone.
Dear, oh dear. Big knock on. With 2 balls remaining, would have been the end of Dhoni. 3 for the tie.
They still need a wicket. That would be the best answer for Sri Lanka. What's Vinay Kumar got up his sleeve?
Is he just thinking a single? It's tip and run, whatever happens. It could be a run out, should be a run out. This time it is. Run out completed. And 1 ball remaining in the match. A 4 required. How good is this?
Oh, this is good cricket too. Notice the pickup here, a couple of strides, underarm at the stumps, got him. He had 1.5 to aim at. And Matthews doing the stuff there, right? Well, this is it.
How relieved would Lasith Malinga be there to see that?
If it's hit to an inner ring fieldsman, I don't want to see any overthrows here, because really, all they need is 3 now for a tie. So if it doesn't go for 4, they've got to run 3.
Fine legs up. Does he back across the stumps, get across the stumps and try and flick to the onside? Very difficult shot, but he's been out there for a while.
Oh, he can play it, I'll bet. See that gap there, down to that electronic scoreboard.
Hard to play that shot if you're going to bowl it. He's going to get a Yorker, surely.
It's hard to hit Malinga down the ground as well, but he's making that look easy.
Well, here's the test. Malinga to Dhoni. He's got it. Out to cover. Is it going all the way? Brilliant fielding. They've got to go. They're coming back for 3. It'll be a tied game. First ever tie between these 2 countries. Down to the wire. 2:36 apiece.
Well, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Dhoni once again taking it right down to the wire. Getting 3 runs there, came charging back. I suspect that he's a little bit disappointed, is Mahela.
Greggy, that fielding on the boundary was unbelievable. With that sort of pressure, I thought off the bat that he'd pierced the gap for 4. There's some delay out there. I don't know what they're on about. But we see again Dhoni hitting an incredible shot that I thought was a boundary, but they're talking about one short.
They don't know how to feel, do they? It's umpires in the cauldron.